Okay, so now we're going to keep reviewing those sine and cosine values. So I'm going to remind us, we're going to switch this when our hypotenuse is 1. We know our side lengths on a 45 are root 2 over 2. So if we needed to say the sine of it, root 2 over 2 over 1 is root 2 over 2. And root 2 over 2 over 1 is root 2 over 2. Now what are our multiples of 45? Again, so we could count this. We have 1 pi over 4, 2 pi over 4, which reduces down to pi over 2, 3 pi over 4, 4 pi over 4, which is just equal to pi, 5 pi over 4, so 5 45s, 6 pi over 4, 3 pi over 2, 7 pi over 4, and 8 pi over 4, which is equal to 2 pi. And again, we know all of our pi over 4s, all of them are root 2 over 2. But you just have to be thinking which ones are negative. So again, if you were to draw in these triangles here, we go backwards and up, so our x is negative. Let's see, to get to 5 backwards and down, so they would both be negative. This one we go over and down, so positive and negative. And then you just have to remember our coordinates on our 90. So this is 0 and up 1, negative 1 and 0, 0 and negative 1. So we're going to try and evaluate these. So in class, what we did is we kind of practiced some of these on our whiteboards. So take some time, pause, and see if you can know what these are without using that unit circle. So, okay, if you did pi over 4, you should recognize that that's in this quadrant. So it would be positive root 2 over 2. 3 pi over 4, our x value would be negative root 2 over 2. Pi right here, so our y value is 0. 7 pi over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's our cosine, so x value. Now we're going backwards, negative 3 pi over 4. So 1, 2, 3 45s. And again, it's our sine, so it's negative. And then backwards 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's our cosine, so it'd be positive root 2 over 2. So then what we did again today is we reminded again, and we always did this in terms of if our hypotenuse is 1. So we have half and root 3 over 2. So our sine of pi over 6, opposite over hypotenuse. So that's just our half. The opposite of pi over 3 is root 3 over 2. Our cosine of pi over 6, what's adjacent to it? Root 3 over 2. And our cosine of pi over 3 is half. Now again, find all the multiples of 60. So 1 pi over 6, 2 pi over 6, which is pi over 3, 3 pi over 6, so this is 4 pi over 6, so 2 pi over 3, 5 pi over 6, 6 pi over 6, 7 pi over 6, 8 pi over 6, which is 4 pi over 3, 9 pi over 6, 10 pi over 6, 5 pi over 3, and 11 pi over 6. So I'm going to start by drawing in all of our pi over 6 reference angles here in the blue. So the ones that are just 1 away. All right, so our pi over 6. Opposite 30 is the half. So our x values are all root 3 over 2 and half. But this one, our x value would be negative. This one, they would both be negative. And this one, we'd have a positive and a negative. And now we could go for our 60s. I'll put those in green here. So opposite 60, pi over 3, is root 3 over 2. So that means they switch half, root 3 over 2, negative half, positive root 3 over 2. They would both be negative, and we'd go a positive and a negative. So again, we spent some time, again, trying not to use the unit circle and seeing if you could draw these. So negative pi over 6, so negative 30 degrees. Sine is our y value, so that's negative half. Cosine of pi over 3, so 60. Pi over 3, so that's root 3 over 2. So we have half. Sine of 2 pi over 3, so 260 degrees would be right here. Again, our reference angle is 60. So we have root 3 over 2. Cosine of 5 pi over 6, so 530 degrees, so 150. So our cosine, and it's going backwards, so we'd have negative root 3 over 2. Cosine, well, that's just 90 degrees down here, negative pi over 2. So our cosine is our x. And then our sine is 4 pi over 3. So 460 degrees is, so 120, so that'd be 240. Pi over 3. So we'd have negative root 3 over 2. So again, here's that completed unit circle that we talked about. Here's a couple tricks and patterns that, again, I can always draw the triangles and figure it out. But there's a pattern where everybody can be written as something over root 2. And you start with 0 and go up. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means that this one, 1, 2, I think this is the wrong way, sorry. I started those the wrong way, and that's why I don't like these tricks to remember. So this one must be 0. I know that those are 2. 1, 2, 3. 0, and this is 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you could do tricks like that as well. Pi over 4 are halfway. Pi over 6 is 1 up. Those are the 30 degrees. And pi over 3s are 1 away from the y-axis. So tonight we're going to have you practice some of those again.